Hello students, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to discuss about the most important topic in 12th, that is electrostatics. Actually, this electrostatics belongs to the topic of electromagnetism. Generally, we are dividing the total physics into the 6 parts. In that, electromagnetism also one of the part. So this electromagnetism, let's see here, this electromagnetism. Generally, the electromagnetism, it can be divided, means it can be taken into the part of 3 parts. First one is electrostatics. Electrostatics, magnetism, and then EM waves, electromagnetic waves. So, what is this difference between them and what we are going to study here? Electrostatics is a branch of physics which deals about charge which is at rest condition. Charge at rest condition. In electrostatics, what we are going to discuss about? Charge at rest. जब चार्ज रेस्ट में रहेगा वो पूरा टॉपिक हम इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में लेते हैं. Electrostatics is a branch of physics which deals about charge which is at rest condition. And whereas comes to the magnetism and magnetic effects of electric current, magnetism, EMIs, like that we are getting here. In this, what we are going to discuss about? When the charge is in motion, which motion? Uniform motion. When the charge is in uniform motion, nothing but constant velocity, acceleration 0, acceleration of the charge 0. So that we are discussing magnetism. And what is happening when the charge is in motion, which produces the magnetic field along with the electric field. Here only which produces the electric field, and here it is also produces the magnetic field additional to the electric field. And it's not radiated any energy. It's not radiated any energy. In case if the particle is a charged particle is accelerates means its velocity is continuously changes. When the charge is at rest, electrostatics, charge is in motion. Which motion? Uniform motion. Then magnetism. And EM waves means here what happens when the charge is accelerates, it produces electric field, magnetic field, and also some radiated energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. Radiated energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. Once again, see here, when the charge is at rest, which produces electric field, that we are completely discussed in electrostatics. And comes to the magnetism, when the charge is in uniform motion, which produces electric field, magnetic field, and does not radiated any energy, means it's not releasing any energy here. Whereas if you are taking here, means what is the direction of the electric field and magnetic field? You can take like this, both are perpendicular to each other here. And also produces some energy, that is we can say that radiated energy in the form of electromagnetic waves, So we'll start the electrostatic topic. So here only we got about the charge. What is charge? A charge is the fundamental property of the matter. So generally matter is having different properties here, like mass. Mass also one fundamental property. Matter containing a body, we are saying that. Like charge is also a fundamental property of the body. So what is the charge purposes and how do we identify the charge? Is the charge is stronger or mass is stronger? So let's have a look over it. So generally first, charge is the fundamental property of matter. It can be experienced electrostatic force, electrostatic field, and electrostatic potential. In that, first we'll take about generally how the charge is invented and how the charge is acting here. Generally here we are considering according to the Newton laws of motion. Or Newton's gravitational equation. Two bodies are attracting each other. Whatever, if two masses are there, those two masses are attracting each other. Two masses are attracting each other but not repelling any time. According to the Newton's laws of gravitation, we are saying that the two masses are attracting each other. But if you are considering two electrons are attracting or repelling. Generally, electrons are which charges? Negative charges. The negative charge is both are repelling or attracting. Generally repelling. But according to the Newton's laws of motion, they should be attracted na, because those also having mass. Yes, those also having mass. But the gravitational force is weaker than electrostatic force. The gravitational force is weaker than electrostatic force. Means you can take any charges, two charges if you consider the charge, one positive charge or one negative charge, or else two positive charges if you are taking even two positive charges or even two negative charges. Generally what we are saying that two charges are repelling. Yes, repelling because of their charge, but attracting because of their mass. Yes, any body which can exist without charge, but no body can exist without mass. So body, it may have charge, but mass must. But a body which is not having mass a body which is not having charge without mass, but a body it may have mass without charge. मतलब एक बॉडी को चार्ज कंपलसरी नहीं लेकिन मास कंपलसरी है लेकिन चार्ज कंपलसरी नहीं है. चार्ज है तो नहीं तो भी चलेगा लेकिन मास तो कंपलसरी. मीन्स ए बॉडी इट मस्ट बी हैविंग मास. A body can exist with mass without charge. A body does not exist without mass, even charge is there. So that's why here two masses are there, means these two are masses and also charges. So between these two charges, which kind of force is acting generally? Repulsion, because both are like charges are repelling each other. We have studied it many times. Like charges are repelling each other. Very good. Like charges are repelling, but these two are having masses na. Yes, this is the mass of the proton. You can consider mass of the proton. Those two are attracting. But here, what is the gravitational force existing between these two masses, which is which is weaker than electrostatic force? Gravitational force जो act हो रहे, gravitational force which is less than electrostatic force. Gravitational force is less than electrostatic force. मैंने आपको ये रिलेशन दिखाता हूँ जब हम Coulomb's law डिस्कस करने के बाद. So now comes here the charge. Charge is nothing but fundamental property of matter. Charge is nothing but fundamental property of matter which can experience electrostatic force, electrostatic field and electrostatic potential. So we can check between two electrons which kind of force is existing by the separation of 1 meter. Both are separated by 1 meter. Then what about the force existing between them? Which force? Actually, due to their charge, electrostatic force, due to their mass, gravitational force. See here, first I am taking that due to their mass, electrostatic force. Mass of the electron 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Mass of the electron how much? 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. And let's see the gravitational force equation. The gravitational force equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. And I'm taking at the same time electrostatic force also. Electrostatic force is equal to, according to the Coulomb's law, we are writing 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2. Here what is the charges? E we are considering E square upon r square. Just try to divide both. Try to divide both or try to equate both, whatever you can do. So just I am taking Fe value. Fe, you can write the value 9 into 10 power 9. This 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value. How you are getting? We'll explain. 9 into 10 power 9. What is the charge of the electron? So here charge of electron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 Coulomb. And 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 power 9. So here you can take the gravitational force expression G m1 m2 upon r square, and electrostatic force expression 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into E square upon r square. If you are simplifying both by the substitution of these all values, you have mass, charge, distance, and 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and G value also take. G value how much? 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11. So value substitute करने के बाद आप simplify करें तो आपको आ जाएगा the electrostatic force is 10 power 36 times of gravitational force. Electrostatic force is 10 power 36 times of gravitational force. Means the meaning of that here, electrostatic force is stronger than gravitational force. So that way between two electrons gravitational force is acting and also electrostatic force is acting, but electrostatic force is stronger, so that's why those two electrons are repelling each other. Not only electrons, you can take two protons also. So like that we are getting the order. So next, if we are saying that the charge which is having, it may have the positive and it may have the negative, and it may have the neutral also. Neutral charge. Neutral charge is nothing but it's not having the any charge. So charge is nothing but fundamental property of the body. And if different bodies, if you are considering atom, inside the atom we have nucleus, neutrons, and as well as protons. What is the charge of the neutron? Neutrons are not repelling each other because those are not having any charge. Neutrons are not attracting each other. So actually these are attracting due to their masses, not due to their charges. So that's why neutrons are named as neutrally charged. If you are taking mass of the proton, how much you have? 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. And mass of the neutron also similar, 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. Whereas if you are taking mass of the electron, the mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. If we are taking that, the mass of the proton, which is around 1836 times of mass of the electron. Mass of the proton is around 1836 times of mass of the electron. Nothing but mass of the proton. Proton is the heaviest particle than electron. Electrons, protons, neutrons, those are the particles. Electrons and protons are the charged particle and neutron is uncharged particle. So here mass of the proton is 1836 times of mass of an electron. Mass of the electron. Here if you consider, if any body, for any body, if loses the electron, if it is loses the electron, nothing but deficiency of the electron, then the body becomes positively charged. How it is possible? The deficiency of the electron is said to be positively charged. The positively charged body, if any body is said to be positively charged, positively charged means that there is a must be deficiency of the electron, less number of electrons. And negatively charged means if the body is having more number of electrons, so then that body we can say that less number of electrons, positively charged body, more number of electrons, negatively charged body. If a body becomes positively charged, its mass slightly decreases. Mass slightly decreases. If a body becomes positively charged, its mass slightly decreases. Mass decreases. If a body becomes negatively charged, its mass slightly increases. Why this mass decreases and why this mass increases? So generally we know that if you are considering the atom, the protons, charged particles, protons are presenting inside the nucleus, and also the mass of the proton is far greater than mass of the electron. It is difficult to transfer the proton from one atom to the another atom or one body to the another body, but it is easy to transfer the electron. Means if a body becomes positively charged, when the body becomes positively charged, if the electrons are transferring from that body, मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ए बॉडी से दूसरे बॉडी को गए तो ये बॉडी पॉजिटिवली चार्ज हो जाएगा. क्यों? इसका प्रोटॉन्स ज्यादा रहते, नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन्स. In case if the body is having equal number of electrons and equal number of protons, then that is called neutrally charged. Neutrally charged. Positively charged body, negatively charged body. Positively charged body means a body which is having more number of protons, less number of electrons, or the deficiency of the electron. Whenever the body becomes positively charged, its mass slightly decreases. Whenever the body becomes negatively charged, its mass slightly increases. So whenever you can take mass of the proton is greater than mass of the electron. So that's why it is somewhat difficult to remove the proton from the body, but it is easy to remove the electron from a body. What is positively charged? Positively charged means having more number of protons or deficiency of the electron, and negatively charged means negatively charged. This is positively charged and this is negatively charged. Negatively charged means more number of electrons or excess of electrons. So here the charge, electric charge, which is having some properties. What are the properties of electron? What are the properties of charge? Let's discuss about the properties of charge. What are the properties of charge? Very simple here. We know that like charges. Like charges repel, and unlike charges attract. Like charges are repelling each other and unlike charges are attracting each other. That's the one property. Next, the charge is conserved. Charge is conserved. Conserved means the total charge remains constant. The total charge remains constant. Charge neither be created nor be destroyed. Charge neither be created nor be destroyed. It just able to transfer from one body to another body. It can able to transfer from one body to another body. The total charge remains constant. First property of the charge, conservation of the charge. Conservation of the charge. Charge remains constant. Charge neither be created nor be destroyed. It just transferred from one body to another body. Conservation of the charge. Next, invariant. Charge is invariant. What is the meaning of that? The magnitude of the charge is not changing by its motion. The magnitude of the charge is not changing by its motion. When a charge which is in motion, so its magnitude is not changes. That means that's only we can say that invariant. If it is changes, variant. ये change हुआ तो variant बोल सकते, लेकिन नहीं change हुआ इसलिए इसको बोलते invariant. The charge is invariant. First thing, charge is conserved. Conservation. Next thing is charge is invariant. Invariant means remains constant. Next, third one, quantization of the charge. Quantization of the charge. What is this quantization of the charge? So the charge is a total charge we are representing. The total charge in a body we are representing the integral multiple of number of electrons or number of protons are presenting in the body. Integral multiple of number of protons or number of electrons are presenting in the body means nothing but Q is equal to plus or minus Ne. मतलब हमने Q लिए तो plus or minus Me. Plus Ne मतलब number of protons, minus Ne number of electrons, and where N is a which number? N is a integer. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Integer. N is a constant. But N is not possible the values of N is not 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 0.5 means the charge number of particles we are not able to measure because here N represents number. Number मतलब हम कभी भी क्या बोल सकते हैं? एक नंबर, दो नंबर means दो लोग हैं, तीन लोग हैं, लेकिन 1.5 लोग नहीं बोल सकते, 2.5 लोग नहीं बोल सकते. So means we are not able to say that 1.5 person is there. Is it possible 1.5 person? No. So like that here 2.5%, no. 0.5%, it's possible? No. So whatever we are saying here, the charge it represents quantization matlab number of charges, number of electrons or number of protons are presenting in that particular atom or particular body. That represents the total charge. Total charge is equal to plus or minus Ne. Plus represent number of protons, minus represents number of electrons. N is equal to, we need to consider N is an integer. N is an integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like the number. Even 10 power 10 also it may be possible. 10 power 20 also it may be possible. But it's not possible. 10 power 10, 10 power 6 means nothing but 1 million. 1 million of electrons. Yes, it's possible. 10 power 5, 1 lakh. 10 power 9, it's possible. 10 power 12, it's possible. But while we are taking here 0.9, क्या मतलब? 0.9 मतलब? No. 0.5, 9. 2.5, 9. 5.5, 9. So these are not possible to take. The number of electrons what we can able to take in the form of integers or else factors also we can able to take the number of electrons. Number we have to take number of electrons. The total number of electrons are presenting in your body. That simply we can say that quantization that we are presenting simply plus or minus Ne. Next one more property. There is a charge, there is a body. In that body you have the total charges plus 2 coulombs, plus 3 coulombs, minus 2 coulombs or minus 4 coulombs. So then what is the total charge presenting in the body? Total charge means what we are to take? Summation. That's only we are saying that additive property of the charge. Additive property of the charge. So let's see how we are adding it. Simply 2 plus 3, 5. 5 minus 4, 1. What is the net charge? The net charge of the body is goes to 1. Means we can able to take directly how we are adding and how we are subtracting. Like that only we can able to add the charges. That's only we can say that additive property of the charge. Additive property of the charge. What are the properties of charges? First one is charge is conserved. That's only conservation of the charge. Charge is conserved. And invariant means nothing but the charge, the magnitude of the charge not changes by its motion. The magnitude of the charge is not changes by its velocity. That's we can say that invariant. Next, quantization. Quantization means the total number of the electrons or protons. Means the total charge of the body we are representing by the total number of electrons or protons are presenting in that particular body. Like that we can able to see here. So we'll see one example. And additive property. Additive property means what is the total charge? That's we are taking like additive property like this. So see here, we'll take one example here. How many number of electrons are presenting in 1 coulomb of charge? How many number of electrons? How many number of electrons are in 1 coulomb of charge? In 1 coulomb of charge, how many number of electrons we have? For that, total charge is given Q is equal to Ne. Q minus Ne, actually that represents electron charge is negative only. So then N upon Q by E. Q value, yes, you know, 1 coulomb. Charge of the electron, you know that, yes, 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Coulomb, cancelled. So number of electrons is equal to, means you can take it is 10 power 19 upon 1.6, convenience. 10 into 10 to the power of 18 by 1.6, 16 table कितने बार cancel होगा? Yes, it can cancel 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18. These many number of electrons are presenting in 1 coulomb of charge. In 1 coulomb of charge, how many number of electrons are presenting? 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18. 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 number of electrons are presenting in 1 coulomb of charge. So we'll see one more problem. What is the total charge of 90 grams of water? One more type of problem. What is the charge, total charge of 90 grams of water? That is the question. Given what is the content water, means we need to find what is the total charge is presenting or the total charge in 90 grams of water. In 90 grams of water, how much charge is there. So that's the question. First of all, you need to find how many number of electrons are presenting. By that you can able to get it. But here they only given that mass. So that's why we are taking in 1 mole. In 1 mole, how many number of atoms are presenting? That is nothing but Avogadro number. We are taking Avogadro number. What is Avogadro number? 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. And in 1 mole, mole is nothing but generally what we are taking? Mass upon molecular weight. Mole what we are taking? Mass upon molecular weight. Molecular weight into Avogadro number. 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. So see here, mass how much? 90 grams. Water molecular weight. Water H2O 16, H22, total 18 into 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. And now 5s means how much? 5 6 are 30 means 30.1 into 10 power 23. And in 1 atom means this many number of atoms are there. In 1 atom how many electrons are presenting means number of electrons are take. In 1 atom these many atoms are presenting in 90 grams of water. In 90 grams of water these many number of atoms are there. In 1 atom H2O how many? 2 protons and 8 electrons. 2 protons or 8 electrons means that's only atomic number. Atomic number of oxygen 8, nothing but it contains 8 protons and as well as 8 electrons. Atomic number of hydrogen 1, there is 2, so that's why 10. Total how much you are taking? N is equal to 10. What is that? 10 electrons. So 10 protons are presenting, and like that in 1 atom how many? 30 into 1.10 to the power of 3 means total number what we can able to take? Total number is nothing but 10. Total number is equal to what we can able to take? 30.1 into 10 to the power of 23 into 10. Now take the total charge. Total charge is nothing but, so see here this many number of atoms. In what? 1 atom how many electrons? 10 electrons. So now the total charge is N into E. So that is equal to, means here only taking N. 30.1 into 10 to the power of 23 into 10 into charge of electron. 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So if we are writing this is 3 into 0 means this is goes to 10 power 25. 3 into 4.8. You see here 0 0 10 power 25. 10 power 25 10 power minus 19. 10 power plus 6. 10 power 6. Next here 3 is there into 1.6. So the value is getting around 4.8 into 10 power 6 coulombs. 4.8 into 10 power 6 coulombs. So this much charge is there in 90 grams of water. 90 grams of water. Like that, how many number of grams of water? That's we can able to take. And one more in the quantization we will see here. One more, not in the quantization, in this only charge properties. Here I am considering two bodies, two positively charged bodies, and different charges are there. So let's see here. We have three bodies here. Three bodies. And one body I have plus 3 microcoulombs of charge. This is I am giving number A. And second body is B. On this minus 6 microcoulombs is there. And third body C, I have the charge of plus 3 microcoulombs. Plus 3 microcoulombs, minus 6 microcoulombs and plus 3 microcoulombs. All are identical, means having same size. Same spheres, conducting spheres. Now what we are doing? Now first, A and B are touch each other and separated. Next, Again, after separation, A and C are touching each other. A and C are touching each other and separated. Next, after that B and C are touching each other. Then what is the final charge on A, B, C? What is the final charge on A, B, C? So actually this is the process of conduction. That's also we'll discuss here. What is conduction? What is the process of conduction? So see here. First A and B are touching each other and separated. When those are touching each other, so the total charge is going to be A and B are touching each other. So when those are touching each other, the net charge is going to be 3 minus 6. 3 minus 6. So what is the net charge? Is minus 3 microcoulombs. Minus 3 microcoulombs. And then separated. Separated means the charge will be distributed equally. Charge is distributed equally. Means on this how much? Minus 3 by 2 microcoulombs. On this how much? Minus 3 by 2 microcoulombs. Half. Here total if you are adding, the total charge goes to plus 3 minus 6, additive property. Minus 3 microcoulombs. Now again we are separated. Separated means this charge should be equally shared because those are identical. So that's why what is the charge on A? Minus 3 by 2 microcoulombs. Charge on B? Minus 3 by 2 microcoulombs. Now what we are doing? Now we are touching A and C. A means this A, this A. A, how much charge is there on A? Minus 3 by 2 microcoulombs. On C, how much charge is there? Plus 3 microcoulombs. Now both we are adding. How much charge you are getting? A and C. Both are touching each other. Means 3 plus 3 minus 3 by 3 minus 3 by plus 3 on this and minus 3 by 2 on this. And remaining how much? Plus 3 by 2. Plus 3 by 2. Now both are getting separated. Separated means again it will be shared equal na. Plus 3 by 4 on A and plus 3 by 4 on C. 3 by 4 on C. Once again see here. First A and B are touching each other. The net charge is going to be plus 3 microcoulombs and then separated. Minus 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2. Because of additive property here. Additive property what we are taking? By the touching two conductor charge will be transferred. That is called conduction. And here also. Plus 3 microcoulombs minus 3 by 2 microcoulomb. Plus 3 minus 2 is 3 by 2. Again separated, equally shared. Now what we are doing? This B and this C both are touching each other. So see here. In the last case, B how much charge is there on B? How much charge is there on B? On B you have minus 3 by 2 microcoulombs. On C how much you have? Plus 3 by 4 microcoulombs. Now both are touching each other. Touching each other means what is the total charge? Minus 3 by 2 plus 3 by 4. Means how much you are getting? Minus 3 by 4 microcoulombs. Minus 3 by 4 microcoulombs because half of this. So now what about the final charge on BC? B and as well as C. So the value is goes to again half na. Minus 3 by 8 microcoulombs and minus 3 by 8 microcoulombs. Minus 3 by 8 minus 3 by 8. If you are adding both, that must be 0 because total charge is 0 na. So this is also see here. How much on A? Plus 3 by 4. How much on B? Minus 3 by 8. How much on C? Minus 3 by 8. Minus 3 by 8 minus 3 by 8. Minus 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4. 0. The total charge is remains constant. We can able to transfer one body to another body and also we are adding that positive, negative, negative. Just now we discussed related to the properties of charge. Charge is conserved, charge is invariant and charge is quantized. Conservation means total charge is remains constant and as well as invariant. Due to the motion, charge value is not changes. And quantization means we said that the total charge presenting in a body is representing number of electrons or number of protons presenting in that particular body. Next we have the process of charging a body. Means generally we discussed about the positively charged body and negatively charged body. Positively charged body means deficiency of the electrons. Negatively charged body means excess of the electrons. Deficiency of the electrons, positively charged body. Excess of electrons is negatively charged body. And here we will discuss about the process. The process of charging a body is called electrification. Electrification. The process of charging a body. Electrification. This electrification we have in three ways here. First thing, electrification by friction means charging by friction. The next one is charging by conduction. By conduction. And third one is charging by induction. Induction. Three processes we have. What are those? Electrification by friction, electrification by conduction, electrification by induction. So what is electrification by friction? If we are considering two uncharged bodies are rubbed together. Two uncharged bodies are rubbed together. So glass rod is rubbed with the cloth. So then automatically both will becomes charged. So what is happening? The transformation of the electrons. Electron is transferred from one body to another one. And also the best example, comb and as well as hair. Take a comb and just take into your hair and try to touch the paper pieces. It can attract the paper pieces because of transformation of the charge by the friction. What is the electrification by friction is nothing but if two uncharged bodies are rubbed together. So then what is happening? That due to the transformation of the electron is transferred from one body to another body. Then automatically the donor becomes positively charged. The acceptor or the receiver, it becomes as negatively charged. Positively charged and as well as negatively charges by the friction. Friction is nothing but simply by the rubbing. By the rubbing, what is happening? The free electrons are transferring from one body to another body. The body which lost the electron, that becomes positively charged body. The body which gains the electrons, that becomes negatively charged body. Positively charged body and negatively charged body. That is, we are taking friction means by rubbing. We can rub. By rubbing one body, electrons are transferred from one body to another body. Next, conduction. Conduction means direct contact. Here what we are doing in the conduction process. What is that friction process? Two uncharged bodies are rubbed together. Then electrons are transferred from one body to another body. Then both one becomes positively charged and other one becomes negatively charged. Next, here what we are considering conduction. We consider here an uncharged body. Uncharged body means it may have equal number of protons and equal number of electrons. Uncharged body. Equal number of protons and as well as equal number of electrons. So here what I am doing, I kept contact with the positively charged body or negatively charged body. In case if I am kept contact with the negatively charged body or positively charged, whatever, you can take any one body. You can take positively charges only. So then what happened? Here it is completely positively charged body and this is neutrally charged. Neutrally means the charge, total charge on it is 0 because we have equal number of protons and equal number of electrons. So here total charge is 0 but it is positively charged body. So then what happened? This body is try to take the electrons from here. When this body is trying to take the electrons from here, for example, it is taking 2 electrons from here. So then what happened? This body is already positively charged. Now this body becomes positively charged. This body becomes positively charged because here the electron, it can take the electron by the contact only. It is happening by the contact. By the contact, electrons are transferring one body to another body. So now the both bodies becomes, this is already positively charged body only. And this is also becomes positively charged due to the transformation of the electrons. When two bodies are kept in contact, one uncharged body, a uncharged body kept contact with the charged body, due to the transformation of the electrons, the uncharged body becomes charged. Uncharged body becomes charged. That process we can call as electrification by conduction. Electrification by conduction. Next, the very important electrification by induction method. What is this induction method? So actually in the conduction means there is a direct contact, but induction there is no contact here. This is you can treat it like a small experiment now. So here I am considering an uncharged body. That uncharged body I am placing on an insulating stand. Generally we know that insulators, conductors. Insulators means which are not having the free electrons, those are we can take as insulator. Conductor, which are having free electrons. In another we are saying that conductors are nothing but which allows the electricity through it, conductors, which does not allows the electricity through it, inductors or insulators. So here what we are taking, we are considering a insulating stand. This is insulating stand. On that insulating stand, what we are doing, we kept a neutrally charged body. Neutrally charged body means which is having equal number of protons and equal number of electrons. Protons, which is having equal number of protons and as well as equal number of electrons. Yes, like this, which is having. That is neutrally charged. Now what I am doing now, I kept a negatively charged body towards it, or completely negative charge towards it. Not in complete contact. It is just keep nearer to it. Means just we are placing nearer to it, negatively charged body. So here what is happening, this negative charge will attract the positive charges presenting in that and also repel the negative charge presenting in that. Yes or no? Yes. So see here in the second step what happened, this negative charge, whatever we kept the negatively body now, this negative body what happened, which can attract the positive charges to one side and repel the negative charges to the other side. For attract the positive charges to here and repel the negative charges to there. Yes, repel the negative charges there. Again insulating stand. So now what can do? Now we can connect this is to the earthing. Means first step what happened here? We kept neutrally charged body to a negatively charged body nearer to the neutrally charged body, not in contact here, not in contact. If it is contact, directly electrons are transferred from here to here, then that becomes directly negatively charged body. That is called as conduction. But here what we are doing, we are maintaining some gap. So this is negatively charged body. This negatively charged body, it is having negative charge, huge amount of negative charge, then it can attract the protons to one side and repel the electrons to other side. Now what we are doing, we are connecting the earthing. Just you can give the earthing. So you know that earth is a huge amount of the reservation of the charge, which is a huge amount of the reservoir for the charge. It can easily attract what are the electrons are there, that can attract the electrons from here to there. When which is attract the electrons, then what is happening here, the number of electrons is less. So number of electrons is less. And what we are doing now, after transformation of some electrons, we are removing this earthing and also we are taking away this negatively charged here. So then what happened while we are taking means after transformation we are removing that. So some of the electrons are transferred. For example, previous it is having equal number of electrons and equal number of protons. Now some electrons are transferred. Some electrons are transferred and we are removing the earthing. We are removing the earthing. And then we are also taking away from this negative charge away from that. So then what is happening? The body is only taking the equilibrium distribution of the charges. Now what happened here? When we are connecting the earthing, some of the electrons are transferred to the earth. So due to that, here number of deficiency of the electrons is created, and whenever we are taking this negative charge away from that, then automatically this, what are the remaining charge? The remaining charge is going to uniform distribution, means it can distribute over all the body. So now see here what is happening here, less number of electrons, more number of protons. So then what happens? The body becomes positively charged. This process we can name as simply electrification by induction. What is induction? Induction process simply. A uncharged body kept nearer to the charged body due to the induction. The meaning of induction means attracting of the unlike charges, repelling of the like charges. That process is called induction. When an uncharged body kept nearer to the charged body due to the induction, like charges are repelled, unlike charges are attracted. And due to the induction, and after the connection of earthing, these electrons are transferred to the earth. And then remaining, after removing of earthing, and we are taking the negative body away from that, then charges are equally distributed. This process only simply we can call as electrification by induction. When an uncharged body kept nearer to the charged body, due to induction, the uncharged body becomes charged. Due to induction, uncharged body becomes charged. This process is called electrification by induction. Conduction means direct contact. Friction means rubbing each other. So these are the process to charge the bodies.